last left off, the party had accepted a contract to happen a facility that the plan was multicellular. Something happened, and nations have been off for the past months. Investors were starting to get concerned, so essentially bounty to figure out what happened. Provided the party with a recording video cameras thing strapped to their chest, and doing so it would holographic options for like things as a feature where it can back some simple stuff happened recently feature as it's since communication months ago everyone dead.
And they were sure they were up for this task. Just checking.
As far as they were informed, it's just a simple audit about what happened. Everyone's dead. Just come back and tell them that. If the whole thing has been infested with parasite, you have to go fighting it or just let them know.
Report back. Yeah.
Report back. Of course, the more information you provide and the more specific you can on what happened to each member, the more you're going to make. So it behooves you to figure out as much information as possible so that the company say exactly what happened. And let's... Oh, they did get one more thing. A-team up no, so that you guys don't have to keep going back and forth flips of paper. It's just like a little smartphone-sized piece of glass, and you just hold it vertically upright like you're, and it turns on by itself. And it's all it is just write lines, or you can draw if you want. You can take pictures and store a whole 5. That was before they out.
Right. So.
Past the time for it. Session starts now and is docking with the station. You don't get the grandiose explanation of what it looks like from the outside. You just get to see what it looks
like. Well, you know, it's inside that counts.
Exactly.
Who's got the electro tablet, or is it just?
And who's got the body cam?
Yeah.
Leave that up to you guys.
Okay.
Whoever wants.
3, 2, 1, fight. Oh, I mean, I'm not really interested in either.
We might want to think a bit logical about this. Somebody that has weapons or any form of armor that can take a hit in the front lines may not have the time to use devices.
No, but I assume the body cam films no matter what. So the one in front should have the body cam.
Yeah.
Assuming. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll set them.
Alright.
Bob's in front.
Okay, Bob's in front. You all pile into the back of the little rascal. The bay door opens with a mechanical hiss as the air pressure in this room equalizes. You all step out, and it smells very clean. You can notice that the tiles are the same brand floor tiles that seem to be in every ship. It's almost like some kind of monopoly of artificial gravity or
Big floor tile.
big floor tile. Tesseract Inc. Air has, like I said, a very clean smell to it, but hint of some sort of metallic scent on it. Looking around, there aren't any windows, and a lot of maybe some scrap metal that's brushed off into it. Doesn't sound like anything on right now aside from and after a couple of minutes of round from your left,
Beep.
beep, an electronic sounding.
Well, I guess I'll, for the purpose of camera, vibe, smell, a bit of a wander. Keeping examinating from.
Good thing you described the room. The camera does not, in fact, have smell-o-vision.
How backwards.
Okay, so you go towards the sound of the coming, and you notice there's a small display panel right of docking bay. Display has a list of things on, starting with big bold letters, docking bay, safe, fault warning, and then going down the list, hull has a right next. Air pressure is green. Activity black. Security is black. E-lock is red. And I didn't have time to put decoration map, but 2 spacesuits.
Check. Any indication what made the beep?
The beep is to come from the screen attached to the.
Check.
E-lock, red.
Yes.
Yeah,
So the
something must be wrong there.
Electronic
colors that
look.
you're aware of right now: green, black, and red.
I'm gonna assume green is good, red is bad, and black is applicable.
Yeah, something like that.
Not
Or perhaps
disabled.
unknown.
Yeah. Not working.
Security and activity.
Sounds like an unknown.
Where was the space to?
I think Wrench is standing on them.
Which would be next to them, yeah. In that corner, it's basically a locker.
I live here now.
French has become locked to change icon.
Well, it said we should. We're gonna spacesuits.
You're getting quiet, friend.
Oh, sorry. Did you say there were only 2 spacesuits?
Yes, there are 2 spacesuits here.
Is there room for more?
There is room for 6 here.
Okay.
So 4 are potentially missing.
It's maybe how the other crew left.
Yeah, just had to take a spacewalk.
Well, wildly assuming I'm holding a notebook, I make note of the info panel so we can look back at it later. It was B lock. Was red.
E-lock.
Oh, ear lock. Sorry.
It's an emergency.
Mm.
Yeah, E-lock red, and security black, activity black. The atmosphere
Atmosphere green.
and hull.
Also green.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't say anything about the atmosphere. It just tells you about air pressure and filters.
Air pressure.
All right.
It's
Air pressure and
Filters.
filters.
Any
not
of those
quite
things to do
that
with
complex of a system here.
Green is good, I assume.
No,
Well,
security was black, activity was black, and E-lock
Yes.
is an emergency lock red.
Yep.
Hull green, pressure green, green, black, security, block red.
Thank you. And room for 6 spacesuits for missing, probably, question mark.
extra question mark. Right, so do we want to grab these spacesuits because we're hoarders, or just leave them?
Ship is right there.
Well, you know,
Yep.
we might go to an area where the outside is inside.
Good points.
Just, you know.
Guys, I would have the feeling that they use the emergency lock. Because, well, that's
Inactive.
yeah,
Red.
that's either inactive or it's like
open.
an airlock being filled with the outside like access.
How bulky are the spacesuits?
They're not anything like modern spacesuits. It almost looks like plastic tights, like there for a drama performance or something. But the helmet attaches to a big metal collar, very much like modern suits, because, I mean, you can't exactly improve on that.
Right.
So it is very definitely spacesuits, but more form-fitting than battle ready.
No. Not as bulky as those from NASA or anything.
Can we see if they give any protection stats, like would they add armor or something?
You can't tell. It would assume.
No washing label.
Assumedly, it would protect you from space and some amount of radiation from, the outside.
Well,
Expected
do
the
what you
label
want.
on the inside, +3 fire resistance.
Would have been
Yeah,
nice.
the space program just got really gamified at one point and changed all their labels to pluses and minuses.
Yeah.
+3 radiation resistance, -2 vision.
-1 sweating. Right.
Well, we know where they are. We can always come back for them.
Yeah, we can come back.
Let's take a stroll.
Oh, do we have any map of the place? I suspect not.
No, you weren't given a map as far as you're aware.
Right. And I suppose the display are just a list of names and statuses and not an actual outline of the
Station.
structure.
No, it looks like you're gonna have to draw a map as you go.
Right.
Let's go.
Yep.
Okay.
Any indication on where there are doors? Is that all the triangles?
You'll see where. Or I had time to put.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Head towards the door, and does the door have windows, or is it just a blank
Alright.
sheet?
Rendering background. There, and
Ooh.
there's also a very large hint halfway down.
Hmm.
Anything noticeable about it?
It seems
Can
to
we
be
look at it?
operating normally.
How does it smell?
It smells like fresher air than the rest in.
It's good news, I guess.
I guess yes.
The freshest.
Well, I guess I'll just
Alright,
see if I can open the door somehow.
so
Beep
you
boop.
walk up to the door. Let me. This is.
The door. Open. Open door.
Computer.
Alright,
Open door.
so you walk up to the door, and it has a very large bulkhead handle on it. Push it up from the 3 o'clock position to the 12 o'clock position, and that would open the door. Saying things to the door does absolutely
Such shame.
Worth a try.
Well,
and there is
I've
another
said all
one
the
of
commands,
panels.
and I've no idea.
Saying nothing didn't work. Well, better go back.
Yep,
Can't get any
But
more
look, mid-done.
information this direction.
Oh well, this mission's bust. Okay, I'll twiddle the twiddly thing. And I'll stride through.
Alright, you open the door, you hear a beep from your right, and the door swings open.
Roll for initiative. Wait, no.
What does the panel say?
Okay, in here is a mess of toolboxes and various pieces of half-constructed machinery, and it even looks like one of the electronic motors has been disassembled. It's in the process of getting wired on one of the tables. You asked what the monitor says. Monitor
Yes.
says maintenance bay safe, hull green, air pressure green, filters green, activity red, security green, E-lock red. And you
Might be good to
hear
check those.
a voice echo in the room. A very monotone electronic voice, probably coming from some sort of AI. It says, "Welcome to the space station. If we see you smoking, we will assume you are on fire and act accordingly."
Nice. We need this sign in
Smart.
our house.
Yes, we do. Nice.
It has been however many days, 6 months is in seconds, since the last visit from a foreign ship.
Any other points of egress, or is this just
Uh,
a box?
cannot tell if there's any other interesting, or not, sorry. Egress threw me off. Can't tell if there's any other entrances to this location from your perspective.
Since this seemed to be a fairly neutral, relaxed, laid down location, I decided to check my pockets to see if I accidentally gained any new weapons that might come in handy.
Yeah, I just happened to narcolepsy a weapon or something.
Totally.
Well, we do.
Well, it's not outside the realms of possibility.
Nope.
It doesn't look like you've got anything new in pockets.
No.
There are some basic tools and spare parts in here. You could probably cobble something sharp and pointy together if you feel like you need to defend yourself.
If you feel safer that way, it might be smart.
I mean, I look for a particularly pointy screwdriver or a knife or something like that.
There is a star bit screwdriver here.
All right. I'll take it with me.
Sounds like it has many points.
Any hammers or large blunt instruments? I'll take everything.
Let's see.
Since the 18's still, sold. my last hammer.
There's
Oh, well.
no cameras in
Better
here.
about-
There's a rubber mallet and a sledgehammer and a ball peen mallet and a gear
Ah.
puller.
I'll take the sledgehammer.
Pick up a 10-pound sledgehammer. It fits awkwardly.
Just need to
I
let
mean,
it drop on something.
it is in line with his avatar, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. If I'll take a wander around. If I can't see any more doors, I'll suggest we go back to the main lobby.
Just walking around or moving stuff? What you doing?
I'll look for walls and walk around and inspect walls. Maybe moving things out of the way. No, I probably won't move things out of the way. For closer visual inspection, I guess.
Alright. Perception.
Ooh.
Alright. You notice something in the wall and you push a particularly large toolbox to one side. Thankfully, it's on wheels, so it rolls rather. And there's another door back here. It doesn't look like it's been used in a while.
I'll inform the rest of the party that I found an old disused door. Shall we have a look? It might just be a tool cupboard. It might be something a bit more spicy.
Totally. Let's check it out.
Does this one have a mechanical handle, or is it a computer open door?
It's got another mechanical handle, yeah.
Okay, computer open door. Door? Oh, fine. I'll open the door mechanically with my hands.
Getting used to this day and age real quick.
Alright.
I'm
Still,
assuming it opens.
I'm don't have a fancy thing that lets you set up walls so your players can just you have to
Annoying.
Imagine having to pay for features. Oh,
man.
Ridiculous.
In this country? No.
Bruh.
even in this country. Right.
There you
Ooh.
Oh, corridors. My favorite feature in tabletop RPGs.
go. Corridors, great. So, on the other side of the door, in the corridor here, there's a couple of strange alien creature bodies. They look to be sort of half-eaten and ripped up. A couple of limbs are strewn down the hall, and there's a couple of pools of this viscous, greenish, purpley fluid that's clearly leaked out of them. The scent in here is kind of acrid, but these aren't old bodies. These are very fresh kills.
What the?
Okay.
Well, that escalated
I'll
quickly.
make sure the body cam can see them, and then exclaim something very similar to Happy. Along the lines of, what the fuck?
Let's see.
I take note of this.
Alien things dead, presumably.
Bye.
Yeah, I was wondering about that myself.
Appy doesn't want to even hear what they are. They're just like, nope, it's dead things. Bye.
I mean, this is enough of a report. Yeah, guys, are we happy to?
I'm happy to leave it with
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this corridor at least.
look fresh. The door didn't look freshly used. So unless there's another way into this area, guessing whatever did it is still here.
Exactly.
Question
There
mark.
seem to be a lot of doors leading to it, and those other guys use the emergency chute.
Is there a handle on this side of the door?
Yeah, there's a handle on both sides.
Right. Okay. Okay. I think I'll follow the other guys back into the room, close the door, and wheel the toolbox back in front.
We'll just put this back.
Nothing to
just,
see.
We didn't see anything.
Nothing to see here, guys. Moving on. Let's go see what else is in the corridors.
I have a question. Did we hear about how many people we're supposed to find here? How many people are missing? Is it 4 of them?
Let's check. There are 8 people that were assigned to the
Right, so either 4 died or are still somewhere, or have found other spacesuits.
Yes.
Or didn't need spacesuits.
Or 20 other scenarios in my head.
Yes, if you die, you don't really need a spacesuit anymore, do you?
Yeah.
Well,
It's weird that
probably
there was
eaten
only
alive.
space. Weird that there was only space for 6.
Yeah, maybe there were 2, but that would not make sense.
That sounds like a logistics issue.
Also, I want to try a thing. Could we leave this room, not through that corridor, but go up, and then check the monitor to see if the activity light is back to red?
All right, yeah.
If you,
I was wondering if the that panel was for this lobby, or do you mean the
yes, and there
panel
was
that's in your room?
one over here.
Yeah, there's a panel thing right there.
Yes. I want to check it. It said activity green while you guys were in there. I want to see what it does if nobody is in there. Do you understand, Nox?
Yes.
The maintenance bay said activity red before you guys went in there. When you're looking at it now, whilst people are in it, it says activity green.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was doing star jumps.
That's what I was wondering. It does register correctly.
At least in this room, but not in the other one.
That
and the other one might be for the entire station.
Yeah, and that might also register. Yeah, no, it can't register correctly because activity was red and we were there.
Stay in this room and you can go check the first panel.
Oh, yep. I'm
Splitting
gonna
up
do that.
already.
I get further away from the bodies. I am fine with this.
I'm gonna stand somewhere in the middle just in case.
I'm doing star jumps.
I'm assuming I'm looking at the panel.
Okay. Docking bay activity is still black.
All right, it was black. Means
Yes.
it's not working probably.
Probably means this. Yeah, sensors are broken or it's.
Yeah. All right, it's black.
All right. Let's try another door then.
Messages next to the docking bay label still say safe and then fault warning.
Fault warning. Right.
Your interface. It's just a screen.
It's just a screen. You can't poke it.
Poke it anyways.
Oh, you
Shame.
can't poke it.
Now there's a fingerprint on it. Dang it.
There's another 2 doors up here. Both of them have panels next to them. One to the west, I guess, indicates that this is the medical center. Safe, all green, air pressure green, filters green, activity, security red, e-lock red.
Oh. Yeah, let's have a look at the other door then.
So there's activity there.
There is activity, and security is a red. That's the first one that's not black.
Yep.
And what about this door?
That door to lab, bolt warning, and everything is black except for the E-lock, which is green.
Huh. So confused.
So there's activity in the med bay.
Yep.
And nothing in the lab works apart from the E-lock.
Well, at least unknown, I would say.
Unknown, yeah.
Since
Yeah.
it said fault warning, I would say the sensor is defective.
Yep. Those were not human corpses or corpses of the ones that we are supposed to find.
No.
So
No.
possibly they are in the med bay. Because those were corpses. They were dead.
You mean the
Yep.
humans are in the med bay?
Yes.
But it
So-
also said security a red.
Do we want to go into the room where we know there's things there? Or do we want to go into the mystery room?
Do you want the big box prize, or do you want mystery curtain number 3?
I would say with all sensors being broken in the lab, something has gone horribly wrong there. We might not want to go in there at first.
The fault thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and we might want to suit up to go into that room because we don't know if the air is breathable.
That too, yeah.
So shall we try activity room number 1?
Yes, I'm loading my LED stick.
Smart.
Load up your lead stick with a chunk of lead and it starts getting hot.
I put on my wizard hat.
I take a deep breath and say, door, open.
Take
Stop it!
I open the door with my hands
Alright.
Kick in the door. No, wait.
and
All the dog.
ready my sledgehammer. Menacingly.
That's space. It's not.
Space.
confused noises.
Confused world noises.
There we go.
Where did space go?
The door opens with a mechanical hiss and sounds of some sort of tentacle like slapping and something scraping along the floor. It sounds like a chitinous scratch as it drags across the metal tiled floor. Along the walls you can see various medical tools and a body, or at least the feet of a humanoid looking creature just around the corner.
Well, nothing else to do at this point. May as
Yeah.
well,
Go full in. We
Take
don't
a
see
peek.
enough.
Pause. Bling.
Ooh la la.
I know, so mysterious, right?
So revealing.
Takes a while because every time Dark says that he's taking off an item of clothing.
Alright,
Hey.
that's that chunk. Still rendering.
No worries.
That would actually could see from that position. So yeah, on the far end of this hall, you can see a collapsed section of the ceiling here. Wires strewn about and various panels on the floor. And there's a picture here. It looks like a sort of chain with multiple stems sliding around in every direction. Hard chitinous shell covering it from the bottom like a bowl. Some sort of a slimy looking membrane top. It doesn't seem to have eyes or a mouth, but turn the corner, it does turn for a bit and then stop.
Does it look anything like the alien bodies we saw before?
It does not. It is
Right.
alive though.
Big difference.
that is the difference. It's alive, and you don't know how alive things act here yet.
I'll try and introduce myself. Hello, I'm Hark. Well met.
Okay.
Guessing if it doesn't have a mouth, I don't get a response. Or
There's two of them now. This is getting out of hand. This one has some sort of red liquid on it.
It's got a red on it. Okay. Okay. In that case, I'm gonna take the initiative and run forward and try and bash with aforementioned sledgehammer.
Alright. Combat.
I'll go for this one here.
That one next to the shadow where you can see what else is there.
Yeah, that one.
Good idea.
I thought so.
I'm just. Yeah, now. Combat starting. I don't feel like revealing every time somebody step. Here we go.
I see. Nothing to.
Nice. Fane,
Uh,
you go first. I don't have a weapon.
Yes.
So you're coming forward with a sledgehammer attack.
Yep.
Okay.
Attack this one. My character sheet is still completely empty. So
Alright. I'm gonna 1d6.
D6. Oh wow, that's unusual.
You guys have been doing exclusive skill checks up. You get into combat and different dice here. Wow.
2. A 2.
Okay, you got a 2. This sledgehammer has a fresh bonus of. Fresh bonuses go away when you get a result with. Crit with a dice is the highest value for the dice you're attacking with. So you do 12 damage, base attack strength. Character has a bonus attack of 10 when they're not a proficiency. No, it's just base. Because of their level, they do 10 extra damage when they're attacking things. So you're up to 22 damage here. So bonuses to last skill. Okay, now creature's defense. Roll. Because I'm not just gonna sit there and smash it.
What?
How rude.
Dang it.
It's okay. It got a terrible result of a whole 1 for its defense.
Wow.
So it subtracts a whole 1 damage and then gets smashed real hard like with the hammer. And it's not dead yet, but you did some damage to it. That's going to be 21 damage total. Okay. Down. Alright. Happy. Next closest. Wanna go?
Yeah, I wanna fling my lead at this one.
Alright.
Only
Making a
I only
ranged
have
attack with weapon
The lead flinger.
1d.
yes. Oh, that's also 1d4. Check.
Yeah, you're slinging lead. That's a 1d. Launching a projectile. 2, right in the middle.
Average.
Alright. This weapon's fresh bonus is 4 damage. Makes a d roll. Gets a d5. Deftly jumps aside, and even if it didn't, it would have reduced the damage by blocking. It's over here
Dang it.
now.
So much for molten lead.
Ah,
Molten lead splatters into the rubble. It rapidly. Nox, you're next.
I hold out my screwdriver and take notes of things that are happening because I don't think I can really do much at this point.
Alright.
Besides cheer my teammates on. Can I do a battle cry that gives them an extra bonus?
You're being inspirational. That's not a mechanic in this game.
I'm the boss, don't worry. La 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 la.
Good attempt though for not knowing how the game works.
Thanks.
Okay, it's the creature's turn. This one is going to jump at Babak here. Make a grapple attempt. So roll a d100 for their strength, and you can roll either 100 for your strength or a dexterity.
Well, I don't know anything about myself, so I'm gonna roll a dex.
Alright. 79. Even without bonuses, that's enough to grab it by one of the limbs and then grab it by 3 other limbs as it mashes its beak from between all of those things, very much like an octopus, and squirms in your hands, and you just and you fling it back to where it was.
Nice. I probably would make that sort of noise as well. Yeah.
nice news. Nying.
It's a space squid.
It's a space squid.
Ugh.
Dang
More
it.
It's a
slimy
brain
now.
squid.
Ooh.
Let's see. This one is going to roll for its movement speed. Let's see, measure center. Alt? Oh, God, no, it's not that.
No, it is. It's Alt and then F4.
Now who's not knowing the game?
Whatever, I'll just calculate it. So 5 plus 50. Okay. That's got enough movement. Goes over
Dang
here,
it.
and because you tried to attack it, it's aggroing on you. And yeah, it also tries to jump on you. Roll
Yeah.
either a strength or a dex check.
Well, I don't know anything either, but I'm gonna go with Dex.
Alright, 73. You have a +5 in dex, general.
Right.
So actually, with bonuses, you tie with it, and you're just kind of sitting there struggling with it. Like, it wraps a tendril around your arm, and you use your hand to swipe it off, and then it grabs that hand with another tendril, and you, like, splay your hands out, whipping the tendrils apart, and then, like, the ones that are dangling, trying to, like, grab onto your face, and you're, like, holding it back, just, nah, get it away! So,
Help!
so you are mid grapple with this thing. Bob, it's your turn.
Nice. Okay. Is there the time to like quick talk before actions. Can I ask Wrench if he's okay to help Vin?
Within combat, you have 6 seconds on your turn to talk and to move. You can talk whilst you're moving. And then at the end of your turn, you attack.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna look over my shoulder and say, Wrench, you help Vin with that one. I'm gonna smash this one again, and try to smash this one again.
Proceed to smash.
My very dangerous screwdriver ready.
Yes, it has many
Well,
points.
you know, you don't have to like attack it. You can at least drag it off of. But yeah, and then yeah, I'm gonna try and smash this one again with the hammer.
Roll damage.
Oh.
4. Your damage bonuses. So 24. Stephen. Gets 7, which is actually fast enough to avoid your attack. So it's over here now.
Whack a squid.
Swing and you just barely miss, and it almost looks like you're gonna pinch one of the tendrils between 2 pieces of heavy metal, and it just kind of makes a hole with its tendrils where your hammerhead drops, and then continues to slither.
Right.
Appy. Well, it's your turn. You're mid grapple with this thing. You can still do it.
Not sure what. I tried to disengage the grapple.
Alright.
I tried to get it to the ground or something and sit on it.
Okay, well that's
Nice.
2 different actions. You can make another grapple check and like fling it away from you. Try to grapple check and pin it to the ground.
Probably the first.
Okay,
The instinct. Yep.
so give me another dex check.
Oof.
47. And let's see what. Slightly less than that. It's like a difference of 10. So you're still grappling with this thing, and you're starting to learn the pattern a little bit. So you're slightly winning, but it's still like got its tendrils wrapped around your arms. So even if you did try to like fling it, every time you go to let go and get it away from you, it just kind of slingshots back to you, and you have to try and get it off again.
Dang it. Should have gone with the other one.
Nox, it's your turn.
I'll look for a particularly weak spot. Like, I mean, they don't have eyes, but maybe some other features that look squishy. And
Well, it has
try
that.
and step it with my screwdriver.
It has that membrane on top of that chitinous bowl that's holding its like
Seems like a perfect point. Yes.
a big hit me here spot.
It has a cross and everything.
Okay, screwdriver, improvised weapon, 1d4.
Eh,
2.
everybody
Nice
rolls.
average.
Alright, do your character have any? They do not. So, go to damage to this thing, and let's see. Just double check. And you yourself while grappling.
Depends on your number of arms.
They have enough arms. I'm just double checking with the rules.
Yeah.
Inconclusive. I'm gonna say that it can't for the situation. Focused on not getting thrown. So you do a whole 2 damage.
Way.
Your
Ooh,
blunt-tipped screwdriver presses against the membrane and it rebounds against it, and it is surprisingly resilient. You have, however, annoyed.
Hooray.
dang it, this one thinks.
It thinks. Alright. Seem very single-minded in their actions. It's going to try and jump on you again and grapple chomp. Give me a counter grapple. You want?
Dang facehuggers. That's for
Right.
you, I think, Hark.
Bob, did
Yeah,
you fall
sorry.
asleep?
No, I'm not asleep.
Mm,
Not yet, anyway.
Falling asleep in the middle of combat. That's a paddling.
Yeah.
Man, you guys haven't rolled a 50.
Don't jinx it. Hey, I did, by the way.
The DM hasn't noticed.
Then again, I'm not a guy, so you're off to. Works.
Alright, 78. It's actually another close roll. It is slightly winning by a difference of 5. So, like, every time you push it away, like, 2 inches, it gains. Very slow struggle. The other one, having noticed it was almost attempted at an impaling, it leaps off of Appy and jumps onto Wrench.
no!
Oh no! Give me a counter
Can
grapple
I-
to try and like slap it out of the air or something.
Doesn't it need to ungrapple me first?
It uses you like a
I said-
springboard.
I am holding on to it. I mean,
Let's see. Well, actually, yeah, it does need to try and disengage from you. Grapple as it tries and jumps away. I thought you'd be happy it was trying to leave.
Get back.
no. Now it's
No,
personal.
this is my squishy.
Yes.
I'm taking it up. Ooh.
Okay, so it's actually halfway between you two now. Like,
Nice.
some of the tendrils are on you, and the ones you're holding onto, and some of the other ones are like grappling onto Wrench here.
I have such a good idea.
Now, did it succeed grappling me with my 89 roll?
It sort of succeeded. Like I said, you both got pretty high results, so it's
okay.
like in between the both of you. It's like when your dog tries to carry every single tennis ball you throw out there, and there's like 10 of them. It's just like balls cannot fit in mouth. Hold on a
The
second.
tentacles must really help.
I'm gonna try anyways. Yes.
Gonna do it anyway. Alright. So everyone's having fun. Yay.
Look all round, yeah.
Bob, it's your turn. This trying to nom
Hmm.
the clack of shit in his teeth.
So it's got this squishy bit on the top of it.
Yeah, it does.
Are there any like sharp protruding objects or corners or table corners near me?
You are next to a section of I-beam that's fallen through the ceiling.
Us.
Blunted, but it's still an edge that also strewn about.
Because I'm thinking, since it's got hold of me, and I'm sort of got hold of it, I want to just try and smash it against a pointy bit. So yeah, I want to wherever either the I-beam or any sharp protruding bit. I want to try and
Poke
Alright,
the thing with it.
give me a strength check.
see,
Or,
this is where I get below like a 10 or something.
physicality, I mean.
you go.
You
90
jinxed it.
below 50.
There it is.
Perfect timing.
When it matters.
When it matters, yeah, every time. Okay, with a 19, you manage to swing it around and press it against the I-beam, but you don't find any particular sharp edges, and it just kind of deforms around it until you get to that chitinous bowl that's like holding what looks like a brain. It's not actually its brain, it looks like it.
Okay. Now I'll just say something along the lines of, God damn it.
It just makes
Using your
squeaky hammers.
seconds for.
Yeah.
You
Full
slam it
automatic
against this bit of metal, it just makes a squeaky hammer sound.
God damn it. I guess that's me.
Yeah, that would be the.
Alright. Then I shout at Wrench. Because I'm shouting now, of course.
Yeah, just shout at him.
Course,
Shouting
you're
5
standing
feet
next to
apart.
each other, dang it.
He's like 5 foot away from you.
Shouting at him, pull! Pull on the thing! And I start pulling on the thing. Assuming that it's still holding Wrench.
It probably is.
Are we pulling it apart?
I'm gonna
Okay.
try.
Start pulling. Roll for your movement speed and give me physicality. Speed is flat due to subtracted by the environment. The environment in here is basically a 1 because it's a polished fucking smooth, meant to be disinfected with a pressure washer.
So that's 34 for the movement, I guess.
34, 33 movement,
Yeah.
56 to keep your on the thing.
Yes.
What does the thing's result for trying to get out of that grip say? Alright. We'll see how that plays into the next turn. Nox is
Yay, I do the same in the other direction.
alright, same instructions. Speed 7 and 4. Okay.
Oof.
This is why I
Didn't-
waited. So you both start pulling in opposite directions, and the creature, realizing that you're trying to rip it apart, its tendrils seep out this slimy ooze that makes your grip slippery, and it stretches out as you're pulling and then snaps as both it and Appy go this direction.
Dang it. Worth it, right?
Let's see, it's more like that, and okay, and let's see, damage to the physical force. That Appy. So it comes back at you with its slimy now, and it's just already on you. Next turn, it's going to start trying to
Yep.
It has flopped into a position that it finds advantageous.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Let's see. Bob, you're still struggling with this thing. It is starting to win. Give strength or dex to try and get it off. Or you could try something else.
Suppose I'll just, if it's grappling me, just strength to try and throw it down. Throw down.
Alright.
Ooh.
That's a pretty good result. It could still roll a 99 though, which is why I like this dice.
Throw it to the ground. I'm an adult.
It does not actually roll a 9. In fact, it rolled a 2. So, so whatever you did when you were
Slam dunk.
squeamish, it threw it off for a bit there, and it just kind of limply flops and rolls. all the way over here.
Nice.
And
Good
like I
stuff.
said, the other one is trying to do a nom. It chomps down on your shoulder, does a whole 4 damage. Just kind of teething on you. It's not actually like breaking skin or anything at this point.
Aw.
Nom 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 nom.
Nom 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 nom. And then,
Guys, stop, they are cute.
oh no, they're cute. And then
That was
next turn,
terrible.
you feel a stab and something's being injected. Oh no, they're not cute. Never mind.
Cute over, cute
The
No, no.
poison.
Cute has ended. It does do 4 damage though.
Yes. Ow.
Ow, 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 ow.
Ow, the
Yeah.
cute hurts.
Alright.
Stop with the
Bob,
big
you
thing.
thing. And Appy, it's your turn.
Ah, I tried to throw the thing.
Okay, give me another grapple.
Dang it.
47 will actually be enough.
Oof.
Throw it over here.
Nice. Wrench, it's yours.
Thanks.
Get the thing away from me.
Just start playing volleyball with it.
Oh, no.
Here, you get a go.
Right. I'll realize that the softer spots might be closely next to the visible membrane. There, the thing on top. And since it's on the floor in a mildly dazed and confused state, I hope, and I'm on some distance, I try to gain some speed and aim for that and step straight into it.
You're gonna Mario stomp it.
Yes.
Alright, so that is a charge attack. I'm gonna need a speed roll, and approximately what's the square footage of the bottom of your foot?
Phew.
No, stab it with the.
Oh, I'm going to step into the screwdriver. Yes.
Oh, you're stabbing it. Okay, that's a lot more damage.
Oh.
Movement speed of 93 because the tile. Well, actually, no, you're on the grav tiles. So movement speed of 84. The cross area is considered that by. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Getting a running start and charging at it and plunging and stabbing down like a valiant hero, you manage to pierce through the membrane. And it actually makes a noise, kind of like a turtle, kind of just as its membrane like deflates and seals close to that brain-looking organ, and it smells just awful. Its tendrils are flailing around like a dying snake, all directions.
Ew.
Ah, that sounds like a mild success.
Ooh.
Right.
Next.
Alright. It's the other thing's turn. Doesn't move. Bob, it's your turn.
Okay, I want to Happy Gilmore this thing. I just run up and yeet it with my sledgehammer.
Inspired by my charge attack.
Yes.
Alright. So you're doing a charge as well? Alright.
Yeah, well, it seemed to work so well for Wrench. I thought I'm going to be inspired.
That's his job, right? He inspires.
Yeah, he's the bard,
See?
remember? Yeah.
He is the bard.
I'm already making a song about it.
Nice.
A bard that inspires by doing.
Come on,
Yeah.
dice. Don't let me
Show,
down.
don't tell.
Yeah, exactly. The finest art.
I string it with the snares of my harp. Wait.
All
Of
right.
your heart. Wait.
So movement speed 65 because this is the fun tiles. Hitting it with the sledgehammer, the cross sectional 6 square. Okay, that is marginally less damage, but still impressive based on the weight of weapon.
Screwdriver.
Yeah, well, okay, screwdriver has a point. Sledgehammer is just heavy and flat.
Yeah, but it's also got like a 3-foot handle. Don't
No,
move
you're
anything.
thinking of the big sledgehammers. This is like a one-hander.
Oh, so it's like a lump hammer, right? Sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Right.
It aspires to be a sledgehammer.
One day it'll grow a sledgehammer. If you use it enough, it'll level up.
This is stubby.
Guys, my hammer got bigger.
You might want to see a doctor about it.
Has it been bigger for more than 4 hours?
See,
Yeah.
that's what I was wondering.
Okay, yeah. We call them lump hammers. Sledgehammers.
I like that
Ah.
name.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's a lump on a stick. Yeah.
so you drop the hammer down on that membrane, and it bounces back towards you, almost like trying to hit a rubber tire, not a tubber-ryer.
No, Tupperware works, yeah.
Yeah.
Like smashing a Tupperware.
A tupper or ryer. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, your hammer
Wait,
bounces
wait.
off of it. It's still not moving.
Hmm.
It's not moving. All right, okay.
Not moving is good.
Maybe you found the pause button, or it's charging up.
It's activated its self-destruct sequence.
It's charging its lasers.
The best self-destruct
In about
is when
20
you
episodes, it
can't hear.
has yellow hair. Oh. Dragon Ball Z noises.
Is it glowing?
Alien evolves.
It does not appear to be glowing.
Look for that.
I know.
Their creature is.
Is it my turn?
Yeah. If you combat order.
Well, I was just thinking. I have a stick. I can poke it.
Gosh.
All right. You're gonna
So,
poke it with the hollow point of your.
Yes.
All right. You poke at it, and it jiggles like Jello.
I giggle. It's the stress.
it's
mind me.
the stress.
It's the adrenaline. Not used to it.
Okay. I'm gonna write down the experience totals. You guys don't know about the experience yet, so see anything happen. The A team's gonna find out what happened.
Lucky
We
bastard.
did a thing, guys.
Kill
We did it.
things,
Ooh,
you heartless bastards.
Well, you know.
It was numbing on me.
It was nomming on you for a whole 4 damage. It did damage. I was defending myself.
Yeah.
Was in my space.
It was in my personal space.
now I wildly assume that we might be out of combat now.
Yeah, it's safe to assume that combat is over. It's also safe to assume that these aren't the only things still alive here.
That's a good point, but probably the only things alive in this room, maybe. I do check the vitalities of the leg sticking out from around the corner.
Oh right. There was
Maybe
a
there
leg.
are more legs.
Yes.
Alright, so
I look
Yeah.
for legs.
yeah,
Maybe there's more than
legs
just legs.
belong to a body laying slumped against a bloodied wall. Most of its face is missing. The rest is caved in. It's
I
wearing a
think it's dead.
doctor's uniform. and the chest camera starts beeping. And if you look at the recording screen, the one that lets you see what you're recording, there's a message indicating that it's found a black box and it's able to display audio recording.
Ooh, do that.
With Hark.
Yep, I click confirm, affirmative, or just say camera, play recording.
Computer, open door.
Yep.
All right. So there's a series of beeps from the camera, not unlike dial-up tones, and a third series of beeps coming from the caved-in skull of this supposed doctor laying against this wall. And when the beeps stop, the camera starts running an audio recording. Let's see here. Find it because I actually wrote down these things.
Got Mr. Bad.
Need to stay still for this one, okay? It's very delicate. Well, I get that, Doc, but why am I strapped in if you say I ain't gonna get hurt? To hold you still, of course. There's the sound of a pneumatic hiss. It's kind of warm, Doc. Wasn't that thing just in the deep freeze? Hey, wait a second. It's starting to hurt. Is that normal? Completely. Tingling in your neck that it'll fade away. All within spec. Oh, bullshit. It feels like something's crawling around my head. Just what are you trying to pull here? And then you hear the sounds of both men struggling and grunting, then metal shearing and a thump. And then the recording stops. On
So
the
that's where they came from.
other side of the room, there appears to be some sort of chair with straps of leather and fabric, metal wrist and ankle restraints that have been sheared off, and there's some clothes that have been ripped off here, and various thick-looking black hairs on the ground.
Right.
So I have this theory that Mr. Doctor here was taken over by an alien parasite and injected another in someone else, and that those two things we just killed were those parasites.
I've got a theory that this doctor did an experiment with the guy in the chair, and the guy in the chair broke out and smashed the doctor's face in.
Because we have the body of the doctor, yeah.
Or
Are
maybe
there other
both.
bodies around?
There are no other bodies around.
Hmm.
The former guy that was in the chair, no longer in the chair.
Astute observation. So yeah, there's some medical equipment in here, raw chemicals, lab notes, stuff like that.
Any med kit.
I'm sure you can assemble a med kit.
Bolts.
There's boxes that you can gauze and alcohol and sewing needle.
Oh, we should definitely
Invest in that.
dress Vin's slight knowledge.
Alright.
Totally.
Eric, you don't know what kind of germs that thing has.
If there's anything labelled as disinfectant, definitely buy liberally.
There's about 80 different kinds of disinfectant here.
Dang it.
Let's mix them all. That can only
Let's mix them all together. Let's make
let's
mustard gas.
Well, first of all, I'd like to maybe try and do some form of knowledge or medicine check to see if
Same.
you know.
Very much.
Alright, so I'm gonna need a
Slightly, but
Wait, I do know I have a plus 13
Actually.
knowledge.
no, you clearly don't because you just wanted to mix them together.
Yeah, okay.
Clearly
Yeah.
not a plus
Nice
30
reflect
in
reality.
medical knowledge. We've established that.
Dang it.
Alright.
I think
thought
I
had
have a
plus
call
13
about what you
generic
put on me.
knowledge. Yeah.
it turns out it is what your character would do.
So Bob, you find some rubbing alcohol and some a bottle labeled H2O.
Wow.
Appy,
That's
you
just
actually
ice.
find a container of powder labeled methyl cellulose, and you remember that is a blood clotting thing. It immediately stops bleeding.
Nice.
And
Am I bleeding?
Noxus, you find a jar with lollipops in it. Not,
Perfect.
not
Oh,
little
damn it.
lollipops, lily lollipops. They have flowers inside of them.
Oh, Nox got the best
Um,
loot. Well, with tell Vin to put a bit of rubbing alcohol to get all the squid slime off.
Sounds good.
Light damage.
Am I bleeding?
You or not.
Yeah. I'm fine. But I'm taking the container.
Yeah, I've definitely pocketed mine. Especially the
Okay. So,
hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen dioxide.
excited. Do not water
Are
your
there
plant
any?
with
No, do not drink it. Hydro Bros do not recommend H2O.
it. Does not recommend watching High Bubble.
Are there any sharp pointy things like scalpel?
Yeah, there's some basic surgical scalpels. There's a few needles, pneumatic for a few cylinders and syringes.
My next question is there any medical tape?
Oz?
No, like tape for taping bandages to people.
Oh,
You know,
that
like plaster
stuff.
tape. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's. Would they have that? Okay, so they don't have medical tape, but what they do have is a can of spray-on adhesive, meant for skin application.
Damn it. Okay. In that case, I'll grab a couple of scalpels and look a bit dejected that I can't find any tape. Ooh. Did I remember seeing any tape in the thingy room, the maintenance room? Like electrical tape or gaffer tape?
Yeah, there would have been electrical tape in there, and
Ooh.
tank tape. Well,
In that case, I'm gonna say, be right back, guys. Run back to the room.
Are you
Grab a
are you
roll of tape.
sure you want to go there alone?
Yeah, the room's empty. It'll be fine. I'll check the display before I go in.
okay, so you
Because we
check
totally.
check the display before you go in. Also check the. It might. Maintenance bay, all green. Activity. Red. Black, red.
Hey,
Hmm.
security was black before.
Yep.
Somebody turned the security on.
But activity
And
currently red.
but it was green.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I open the door.
It's
I'm
waiting
going.
for you.
Grab some tape.
Alright, you open the door. Miss, you grab the tape and you leave.
Closing the door behind me.
Smart.
Alright,
And then
close the door and you hear it close twice.
Um.
that's fine.
That's fine. Nothing to worry about. Totally normal.
Did not hear that.
Yep. Okay, so my master plan is obviously I'm gonna tape some scalpels to my hammer.
Mm, I knew it.
I see.
MacGyvering the hammer. I like it.
Why don't you tape some scalpels to a Roomba while you're
You
Nice.
didn't say there was a room.
We don't have a Roomba.
Where's the room?
Your robot.
got a skyhook? Wait, no, you
We sold everything.
sold everything.
No, it wasn't us.
Did we sell the sky? Oh, did they sell the sky?
Actually, I don't remember.
Oh, we got some awesome.
Ah, that's right. You guys got batteries.
Yay!
So
Mm.
you do have the
Yeah.
skyhook
Made it
still.
better.
You could tape a scalpel to the skyhook and watch it float around. Anything at chest
Mm.
height is gonna get real stabbed like.
Oh, yeah,
Perfect.
I'm just gonna tape a couple of scalpels to my sledgehammer because I've got a feeling that stabby things are gonna be more useful against the space squids if we see them again, rather than squishy things. But yeah, scalpels on. Let me just add plus scalpel.
Alright.
So, guys, I mean, it seems like you're still going to want further into the place. I'm just thinking, I mean, we have already enough information to answer back to our to the people that gave us this job apparently.
Got some information, but I remember them saying the more information, the
Better the
credits we'll get.
press. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good point. I just had a feeling that the last fight was almost a bit of a close call, and apparently I only have a screwdriver and an e-paper tablet. So, I mean, you go first, okay?
I've got my spiky hammer. I'll go first.
Effective screwdriver, but still.
I mean, you did pretty well against this space squid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was entirely my very advanced skills and no luck at all.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Just out of interest, what's this thing on the wall here?
That's a vent. It looks fan spinning it. It's cool air against your face. The air smells damp and wet like salt water.
Something bad is living in there.
It could also just
Oh, definitely something.
Yeah,
Knowing our luck.
totally. Excuse me.
So, got option: we go into the mystery room, or we go into the death corridor. Oh, by the way, when I went to get the tape, the display for the maintenance room was green for activity and then red for activity. I'm pretty sure when I shut the door, it shut twice. But it probably didn't shut twice, so it was probably the other door. I don't know, but yeah. So the death corridor might be
Occupied.
occupied.
Something is still alive on the station.
Less
Not
things
just us.
than when we got here, but yes, probably something still alive. Probably the guy from the chair from the recording.
Oh,
You know, just
possibly.
yeah,
what
who
you might
knows?
guess. We probably
But
know
that-
what it is.
What are
Assuming
these
he's
space squids?
somewhat human.
So, mystery room or death corridor?
What do we know about the research done here? I'm
You
going
want
to have a
research?
look around for panels, notes.
Oh,
Yeah,
panel.
that's what I was thinking. I mean, we have a way to go into the lab, even if it's hazardous, assuming those doors. It has an airlock. It has an e-lock. The state is green, so it might have an airlock. It's a laboratory, and we can have one or two of us in the spacesuits going.
Yeah. I'm also going to join Vin in looking for like medical notes or something like that, Vin.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
alright.
Expect.
Medical
Suppose
notes.
that's if we assume we can read doctor, because you know.
Can you read scribble? Okay, so you find some notes that have been printed out of a point. It appears to be basic biometric data on members. You can confirm that there are 8 crew doctor. They all appear to be in excellent health. They're all vaccinated against diseases, bacterial, viral infections. In the region, samples have been taken from various crew vaccinated. Next, a couple of medical from trips down planet side and back up to the research station. And there's a few about status of various sections of the ship. One of them is named the terrarium, land dwelling kept, and aquarium where.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we're creatures here.
Sounds sensible.
Let's see. Doctor seems to be expressing some concerns about some of the terrestrial animals acting after contained within, saying things like they fine for how we were treating them. They were getting, and then they started attacking each other for no discernible reason.
I'm thinking they found a parasite or something and experimented with it.
Probably.
Give me a perception check, because that's all basic information you can find.
Right. Rolling. 88.
Happy, ever perceptive one finds a lock safe, and the door is actually open. It looks like a pretty hefty safe too. Pulling open the door, it's really slow to start moving because it's 4 inches thick. Inside are another set of documents, personal notes by the doctor. They are in Dr. E's.
Dang it. I'm gonna try to read them anyways, of course.
Alright, give me a knowledge check.
Ugh.
49. Okay,
Great, my
so
books might come in handy here. I can take a help as well, maybe.
sure, you
Take
can
help.
also try to read Chicken Scratch.
Yeah, I'm gonna wander over and look over her shoulder. And...
Does my book knowledge help here?
It helps with actively finding information in text and figuring out stuff that you already know something about.
Well, it is text, so you know.
Okay.
Hint, nudge.
I suggest that she's holding it upside down.
You suggest she's holding it upside down, but actually she's holding it sideways. Okay. So between the three of you, you managed to suss out that the doctor did start experimenting with a parasite found in one of the creatures in secret, and
Called it. Oh.
they
Yeah, nice.
weren't exactly super sanitary about it because they exactly go asking for excessive sanitation supplies. So at some point they managed to get themselves infected with it, and the main driving force that seemed to take over their mind was just the word more written on the last page, just all over sizes.
Well,
More.
for what it's worth, I'm gonna make sure we've got a recording of this with the body cam or evidence.
In case somebody
Alright.
can actually read turkeys and doesn't have to cross-reference every squirrel.
And maybe
Yeah,
needs the notes to help me get rid of a parasite.
Yeah, I take notes on all this stuff as well, of course.
You know, we are on a fact-finding mission.
These are facts.
So my theory might be pretty close.
Oh,
What's the theory?
That
Oh,
the
no.
doctor got infected and that he was injecting the parasite into the other person.
Oh, right.
I
That
mentioned
he's the first. That he was
I
the
don't know.
first.
Yeah, the doctor was probably the first infected.
Oh.
That's
But
why
he's
his
now-
face is so messed up. The parasite escaped, and the things we just had a fight with were the parasites at one time.
Very Star Trek.
Totally. It's a reverse facehugger.
Now what? Fold?
Question.
Yeah.
Just have two directions you can go in, or you
On a completely unrelated note, do I know of any like lighter or igniter? Like is there anything in this room that could be portable lighter?
I mean, there's a
Don't think-
main torch built into it.
No. Okay.
That's not portable.
Oh, I mean, it depends how strong you are, but not typically. No, it's not very portable.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna grab some medical gauzes, the bandage thing.
All right.
You want the mystery room, which I do highly recommend us suiting up to go into, just in cases, or the murder corridor, which I'm calling the murder corridor.
It's not helping.
Is it not helping?
No.
I'm just wondering still if we have enough information now. I mean, we have good theories.
I think. I mean, maybe. You know,
But
that adventurer's hankering to.
yeah,
So-
but what I'm thinking, there are 4 people. I mean, all the people are missing as far as we know.
Mm-hmm.
4
Well, there's
have
one-
left with spacesuits.
Well, there's one left
Possibly.
person now, so that leaves only 3 potential people left here.
Yeah, but also think about people leaving in spacesuits that are potentially infected and now being a risk to other places. They might want to know about it.
Yeah, so you're thinking of getting the word out as soon.
We could at least radio them, ask
Well,
for
hey,
advice, and tell them the status.
it's been 6 months, but yeah, it's good to get it out as soon as possible.
And
Yeah. So does the little rascal have long range communication?
No, Little Rascal only has system communications, but they do have the extra net, which is useful for sending text messages out. Long if there's a
we could at least send out an email or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Shall we go send an emergency email?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, maybe then explore further down.
Okay.
Might get extra money for that.
Okay. Well, you do that. IRL.
Back.
Don't forget to flush.
So I'll hardly assume the little rascal is still docked here and take a leap out into space.
yeah, Vi doesn't just leave guys in a potentially deadly environment. They're just sitting there playing with a Rubik's cube.
Perfect.
Can't tell if sarcastic or real.
Well, remember
It's
when
just
they're
very
in,
Fi, so
when they're in the pilot seat, they can actually see things. So this is like the only time they're actually able to solve this damn thing.
yeah,
That's a
good
good point.
Finally, time for it.
So, hey, Fi, how are you doing, by the way?
I think somebody flipped the stickers on one of these corners.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Hark did that. I totally heard him say something about it. Anyway, now that I'm here, we just had a fight with some alien stuff. We totally won, don't worry. But anyway, it looks like 4 people have gone missing with alien parasites through an emergency lock. So could you get a message out on the extranet and at least let the whatever the guys had that gave us this fancy quest to look out for that. They might want to know that. If they have any information that could help us, if they can send it our way. Oh, and attached maybe a drawing of the or a picture if I can get it from the camera of one of the things.
I will only be able to send out text,
Ah,
and gonna have to be a little more specific than like know the names of the people that are missing or like found are or like
well,
the
the doctor is very
condition.
much dead and had a parasite, and
Surely
Check the
his
doctor for a
notes.
name tag.
I mean, I would assume they know what people are working here.
Did you say the doctor's medical notes had basically a roll call?
Yeah, they did.
So we know will have been there. Imagine he'll be down as doctors, unless they're all doctors.
Well, they all have doctorate. Not all of them are doctors.
Assume that the whatever the name is written down is the doctor.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a wild assumption that in his medical mention the name of the person who was experimenting on.
Doctor's notes would have had all that information, but haven't told Vi any of that information.
All right, sorry.
Good points.
You've just said, here's a simple explanation for what's going on, and then they can extrapolate everything else. No, they need more information than that, or we're not getting paid.
Yeah, we will be back with more information. It's just a warning at this point.
Yes.
But yeah, it's totally the medical doctor that got infected first, probably, and he infected other patients or other people, and 4 are missing, unknown which ones. Oh, and I also give Vi the name of the guy that got infected that we know of, and a description of the alien things.
Alright. Okay, so Vi will take some mental about your information you're telling them, and then they'll look to you. Are you sure the butler did do it?
I'm not entirely sure, but well, we are gonna find out. Oh, also there are other aliens that are also dead, and I give a description of those. We found them in a hallway somewhere. They seem recently decayed.
Apart from the medical, I mean, corpse.
We're not actually
Yes, yes.
there, but yeah.
Yeah, that.
So did you just do a whoosh?
No, I totally agree with her assessment. I'm pretty sure the butler did do it. It's always the butler. Don't worry, Vi, we're gonna find the butler.
Gonna find that damn
Fair,
butler.
fair.
James is his name, right? Yes. Butler James with the doctorate.
It was Butler James with the doctorate.
Dang it.
They stuffed their medical degree right down their throat. Okay, so you tell Vi this stuff, they get an email drafted up, and they get it ready to hit send if there's like an explosion or anything. Not gonna waste data sending in on it later.
All right. Now I would say send it out since it's a warning, and we'll be back later with more information. But at least they will know that potential people with dangerous things are walking around somewhere.
Alright. Vi says they're gonna charge you for that, and they send it out.
Sure, sure.
Price of the data has been
Oh, how much was it?
15 credits.
Oh, 15, right? That's acceptable. No roaming cost.
I mean, you're sending in information from one solar system to another, essentially a different galaxy. 15 credits is pretty cheap.
Yeah, that seems okay.
Has the best mobile. It's by
I has to move to
Horizon.
the. Yes, of course. He has to move to the EU. There are no roaming costs over there. Anyway,
Well, when everything's within like a 2-hour drive, I don't.
points.
Okay, so where do
Unless you
you
go to the
guys go?
UK.
Well, yeah, you gotta channel or take a boat over.
Well, you know,
So, do we want to check out the so-called murder corridor? I've been told this is the technical term. Or do we want to try on a spacesuit and check out the lab?
I vote the fishery room. I was in.
Who's putting on the spacesuit?
Was I'll put on a spacesuit. I've got the.
Yeah, and
Alright.
the murder hammer.
I'll make sure I grab a headlamp.
Oh, the helmet has a head on it.
Alright.
Slip into the spacesuit, and it's very form-fitting, slimming. Waistline shrinks a whole 3 inches.
Does it feel like I'm wearing?
Yeah, you really makes your butt look boned and everything.
I should, as a bard, I should write a song about it titled "Hark New Clothes."
Might just wear this. Oh, yeah.
It's very effective attire. It keeps you safe from space.
Space.
I throw some finger gun. And,
Right.
I'm fine with you two exploring that mystery room.
All right. To be fair, you seem to have better weaponry, but so far it did not bring you much luck.
You have the murder screwdriver.
But it still has alien blood on it. It counts for 1 extra damage, right?
No.
And one more
Maybe if you were
intimidation.
maybe if
Plus
you were
one
attacking
intimidation.
something from a different planet, but not currently.
Dang it. Right. I'll put on the other thing. And will you guard the door? You know, yell around the corner if bad stuff is happening. I don't know.
Yes.
Probably not around the corner. It might be deadly.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, have fun.
Actually, it might, if this room compromise.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Well, I'm assuming there's an airlock, but that's a good idea, yeah. I will wait in space.
Happy don't care about no space.
Still here.
One final check of the display panel.
Alright, display panel still says fault warning, hull black, air black, filter, activity, black, e-lock.
In that case. No.
Alright, you say that and you actually get a response this time. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Lock has been
Shame.
activated.
Mm-hmm.
Manually disengage lock.
I just realized that.
What about
Emergency lock, as in it locks something in an emergency.
Yeah,
I
that
just
makes
realized that. Yeah.
Well, we're suited up.
Hello.
I'll-
You can't.
Yeah, there was manual override, right?
I will try and.
Right, from this side of the door, there does not appear.
It's probably something central.
Say computer override.
Get a response on the side of the door to the side of space.
Hmm.
We're facing the outside.
Don't we have a plasma torch or anything?
Can I make a suggestion even though I'm not there? Knock.
Who's there?
I mean,
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Could always knock. It's metal.
Yeah, we've got the saw tool, you know. But
we go.
yeah, let's knock first. All right.
Bang on the door.
Are you the
Shout.
one who knocks?
Right? Bang on the door. You can faintly hear something on the other side.
see?
Hmm.
Mm.
Can you shout? Oh, can we try knocking something in Morse and seeing if it responds or something like that?
Do you know Morse?
I don't know. Do I know Morse?
You?
I can Google it.
I know everything in this world.
That doesn't count.
I
You
rickrolled
don't.
someone in Morse this week. Does that count?
He did.
If
Yep.
if you didn't have it memorized before you started playing this game, then you're done. Your character isn't gonna have it.
Dang it, I can only do the rickroll. That's probably not helpful.
Oh, I can go get the how those like bulkhead door.
Yeah, these are like bulkhead doors.
Ah, yeah, for that.
I mean, it says it's a saw through all.
Yeah, but size fits.
Yeah, it's good points. Well, we'll just leave them to die.
Well, you know, they did lock themselves in a room. If they're not going to open the door, can't do. You know.
Can you try knocking in an elaborate pattern or yelling hello real hard?
How
I'll
about
knock like 3 times, then pause, and then knock twice, then wait for a response.
you know the general knock, right? And then you wait for 2 knocks back.
Yeah, I'll do the knock that everybody knows.
Knock
You know.
that only humans know. Okay, so you knock on the
Hey,
door.
hey, that's racist. I'm not a human.
Speciesist.
I'm not a human, and I clearly know that knock.
I'm sorry, knocks only underdeveloped monkeys. Wait. Okay, so you knock on the door. Again, you hear something indistinct from the other side. The metal's muffling it a lot, but it's sounding like some sort of animalistic screeching of some sort and metal rattling.
Right, okay, that's enough
Yeah,
of us.
that's
done.
probably not
Let's
good.
go. Yep, back to
Yeah,
Little Rascal. I'm
and
bringing
we're
the
taking
spaceship
those
though.
spaceships with us. Yes,
Yep.
totally. Loot.
Just
Ding
at,
dong.
at any sign of danger, you guys are
Hey,
just like, nah.
you guys here.
Screw this.
Are we,
Not
are we
any kind of
done?
danger. We fought the space squids.
Yes, totally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing else going on. Everything is fine. Let's go.
No, everything is wrong, and somebody else should take a look.
No, everybody's dead.
They're all
Totally.
dead, Dave.
Yeah, they need to come back with some fancy team
Everybody's dead, Dave.
with big guns.
Yeah, we came
Yeah,
off a fact-finding
exactly.
mission. We
Yeah.
found facts.
The
and,
fact is, we're not equipped for this.
yes, we're dead.
So,
Okay, Vi, we're all done here.
Yeah, let's follow our email through space.
yes, let's get the footage and all of that.
Alright.
I did not sign up for any alien mission.
Well, the A team did, but they thought they could handle it, but that's fair. So you guys head back out into space. Let me reveal the map since you guys are probably never coming back here.
I hope to God not.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
I am curious.
Curious if this is polygon. Yeah, there we go.
That's it?
It's getting there. There we
Hey,
go.
wow.
thanks.
Whoa.
Hey, map. There's a lot more than you
Lots
guys
of
saw.
things.
Now you can see that those vents actually went places, and there's other locations.
Oh well.
And more
Like-
freaky shit.
So weird, there's aliens everywhere.
Like,
Oh.
up here, there's a terrarium, and over here is a lab where they were doing experiments on caged things that hurt you even if they tried, and this is a main duct that handles the air, and this is the computer, and this is a generator, and this is an entirely flooded area. I heard an audio log talking about a route that goes around it, and this is the navigation and control station that's been up and ejected from the area. Someone probably escaped through there. And over here is some area and commons, and this is the crew quarters where you will find more. Over here is an arena where you fought like just one really powerful enemy, Monkey. I was really looking forward to using because their attacks are named Return to Monkey.
Wow.
They walk around on giant fisted arms. You know, just all of their attacks are slam attacks, and it was going to be this great mean battle and everything. And there's no way you guys could have fought it. But if you hadn't crawled into the vents by now, you could have probably gotten into and discovered that hey, we can go places.
Were there any humans left at all?
So yeah, there's no living humans left except for Monkey, technically an infected human. The humans in here actually had all of their heads blown off by the AI once it assessed the risk and decided that no one was allowed to leave the station alive. You guys don't count towards that because you haven't been infected. You probably would
Yay.
have, talked to the AI a lot more, got the generator shut off, and basically pulled a vacuum on the entire station to kill everything left. If you guys explored this whole area, you would have been awarded 2 million credits. But since you only explored these areas, you get 200 to split.
That's
Oops.
fine. Well, passive playthrough.
Also,
Sorry, Dark.
no, it's fine. I like shamelessly copy pasted a Metroid map to make this anyways. I don't care about it.
You might be able to convince the A team to come back.
I don't know if A-Team's gonna come back to this map specifically. This job's basically done. Based on the information of your report, the investors would hire a team that's more specifically suited for this. They basically sent you out to do an audit. You basically came back and said, "We're not equipped for this. This is something that you need a murder team for."
Yeah, this is above our pay grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
totally reasonable. You don't have to risk your life for no.
Yeah, also, we did not know how much money was at stake, so.
Well, yeah, but they weren't going to tell you that anyways.
No, so I'm fine with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Works for me.
I'm happy.
Also,
We're alive.
the blown off part, probably someone did make it off then. A
Yeah,
non-infected
that's
person,
the
likely.
mystery. Somebody leave.
Mm.
Well, if it's a space station, then be able to see what it's like from the outside. See.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
from the outside you can actually see that missing chunk out of this ring-like object. It's kind of like a saucer, like a dinner plate. It spins slowly around a central axis like a top, and the central axis points a good length down towards the planet, like some sort of planet to space elevator, but it's not actually connected anywhere. If you looked closely, you can actually see the other half of that needle spinning around the planet still as just like debris, because a space elevator can't support itself without a tether.
Nice.
Take note of the hole and the disarray and the lack of the missing space suits.
Yeah.
So somebody else can
So
make
yeah,
some
as
assumption.
it spins, there's the navigation section that seems to be blown off and ripped away from the station. You don't see it anywhere in the area, and it looks like the area where it was blown off was strategically placed so that it could do that without damaging the rest of the station. Uh, one of the sections looks flooded, and another section looks to have plants growing out of it. Purplish red, mossy looking things actually growing on the outside of the hull.
Mm,
Interesting.
Plants in space, resistant to the radiation found there.
now I want to play. What's the game again?
Spore.
No, the space RTS exploration civilization like thing.
Well?
No, it starts with an S. It's fairly new.
Stellaris.
Yes, the
Yeah,
last.
stars.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
have like the whales that live in space and other plant-like
Oh,
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
I never actually played still.
It's fun, but nowadays it only really works well if you also buy all the very expensive DLC, because the AI has the powers from the DLC and you do not if you do not have it.
And it's embellishing.
On Humble Bundle at the moment. Enough. A lot of them.
It's not bad.
I was talking about it earlier. Get the base game for 7 pence.
Nice.
Alright. A whole hour left in the session here. I was really planning on you guys being there for like 2 or 3 sessions, but this works too. What do you guys want to do
Sorry about
while
that.
you're flying back to do a in-person report and get debriefed?
Well, first things first. I need to check on my cider.
First things first, I need a drink after that. I almost
Yeah.
died.
I mean, not me personally, but you know, I had that shit locked down.
Yeah, your cider's doing fine.
Great. I mean, didn't you say the guys, it taken them a few months to get here?
Yeah.
God damn it. That means my cider's gonna be like apple wine. Ugh.
Apple wine.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I know, I didn't leave any notes about when to cold crash it to stop fermentation and
Oh no. It's
this
ruined.
batch, this
We'll have
batch
to
is
bottle and
ruined.
sell it to someone with
Well,
I
can I serve you some?
I'll
Apparently,
still
I'm
drink
behind the
it.
bar.
Whoa, I'm still gonna drink it. Don't get me wrong.
whoa, it's still alcohol. I'm gonna drink it.
In fact, I may like, is there any sort of like freezer? In fact, no, there's the vacuum of space is
There-
cold.
Yeah, there's space.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
Now
Very
it's cold, but if you're near a star, it's not.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So I'm gonna like bottle half of it into apple wine, and the other half come and turn into space schnapps.
Space. Alright, now, so you got the spacesuit. You huddle everyone to the other side of the airlock. Open up the bay door, and you depressurize it like a sane person, and don't just let it all vent at once.
Yeah, no.
And
That's sensible.
you cold crash it into space schnapps, and then you close the door, repressurize the cabin, and
Hey guys, I made schnapps.
it is
Seems
just
happy.
it is instantly frozen.
Apart from the
Perfect.
alcohol.
Can use it as ice cubes.
Cool.
Dang it.
So we've got apple wine and we've got apple schnapps. Now I'm going to put that on my character.
Yeah, better always have it on you when you're in a fight. You need a refresher halfway.
It's just halfway through a fight. Hold on, I need a drink.
Oh, I have a great idea. After serving you all some fancy drinks, I'm going to check the computer for any messages. Well, I'm not going to stand on top of it, but
I'm
about
going to
in the
T-pose
vicinity.
on top of the computer to assert dominance.
It's a cyberpunk after all.
Alright, so there are some new messages on there. There's a new message explaining why you're at a space station and like the agreements therein that you need to go figure out what happened to everybody. You get paid per person, and there's actually like a chart explaining how much you're going to get paid for how many rooms you here and like all of that hazard pay and everything.
I could have had it
There's
up front, dang it.
Yeah.
Oh well.
oh no, profits.
Yeah.
There's notes about some online games that the A team wants to get that they don't have enough credits for. A monthly subscription.
Are they
There.
looking for an excuse to play World of Warcraft during sessions?
Yeah.
No, actually, one of the games that they're looking at is Paladins, which is supposed to be free, but they vehemently declare that no, the battle pass isn't free. You have to pay for that.
Of course.
Of course, yeah, it's free. It's got to make money somehow. What else? What else? Did anybody leave this for?
I left a really extensive and detailed note that says, "I."
Ah, that's right. I forgot to tell them about that one.
Oh, what? That's fine.
That's fine. It's a computer. The document
I'm
got lost between all of the other documents.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, a bit flipped.
Put it front and
Now it says,
center.
hi, this is Mark. They're like, Mark? Mark?
Mark.
Just opened the computer one day. It says, "Hi, this is Karen." What?
Who?
Oh no.
Hi, we've got a virus.
Okay, so wild ideas. I imagine we've got a little bit of downtime between where
Couple
we
of
are
months.
and where we're going. I'm gonna make like a slight chronicle of what happened before, what happened just after us arriving this place and time. So like the fight with the boss, and then the sort of like wiggly, and then waking up in that room, next to the crystal portal thing.
Good idea.
This is us. How we got here. Just to let them know. And also that we seem to wake up in his bodies. Whatever it is. I
Seems
expect
like a
very
good
much.
idea.
What brought us here? And have they heard of it? And then back to the drinking.
Alright.
Works for me. Ah. Was there anything we were short of?
I have a feeling they're just gonna say, we've always been here. Because they're just kind of blunt like that.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Well,
But as long
that's
as
more
they
than
know why we're here or how we're here.
Then we know at least that we are taking over their bodies and that they have always been here. I'm still, my theory is still that they did some experiment with the crystals and something went horribly wrong and that
fooled
made
us.
us enter into existence.
They fucked up and we got screwed over by the big bad boss.
And my theory is still that we are hunting after crystals, like the time crystal we already got, to try to get that thing repaired and get things fixed again.
Yeah.
Good theories. Ooh.
Where is that crystal, anyways?
It's in one of the
Right.
storage lockers.
As long as don't sell it.
You know, actually, the AI that was running that station have probably had another crystal that you guys would have. But
Of course.
I only just thought about that because I literally made the map today. It's like, huh, wait, how's the AI running with such low power? Oh, right.
Hold on.
Crystal,
Hang on a second. Quest objective.
And they probably wanted
Here
a
it
ton of
is.
money to get more crystals.
Yeah, if I remembered that earlier, I totally would have had, I believe it's Bob who has the quest system installed. Yeah, so they would have got a notification about a quest item being nearby. It's like, well, now we have to explore.
Yeah.
If that would have popped up, I'd have probably.
Ah, well, it's in the past. Next time.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
every, not every quest is gonna have a crystal that you guys need, anyways. It could just be like a generic lump of rock.
Yeah, no, we've already got one on the wall.
Yeah.
Assuming it's still fucking 80 months old.
You should put a note on it. Don't sell this.
Yeah.
A
It is
note
not
on
so-
the back where they can't see it when it's socketed. Not sell.
So, since I stepped the thing with my screwdriver today, I realized that I am really good with pointy things. And I'm doing a quick search on the computer and look at all the very edgy, cool Japanese knives that the kids are wearing these days, and decide to 3D print one of those. And I guarantee everyone that I will kill everything with this. Don't worry. Super cool knife things. Yes. Basically, I realized today I'm a warrior.
You're gonna
Because of my
use
liberal.
the limited amount of iron and magnesium you have for the bioprinter good knife sharpening kit.
Close enough.
It's a bioprinter. You can make a bone knife.
Yeah, you could print a knife. You don't have to sharpen a screwdriver.
No. I'm totally printing a knife. Yeah.
Yeah.
But a knife with. Oh no! I know why I use the bioprinter functionality. I do a nice bone inlay on the handle because it has to be edgy.
It's gotta,
That's way more important.
it's gotta look
Alright.
nice as well. Yeah.
That's-
Alright, I just wanna make sure you understand this. You have a very limited amount of iron and magnesium. The kind of stuff that's meant for making like muscles and blood cells and stuff.
It is a bioprinter.
Yeah, you've
Good
got
points.
enough material to make like mostly bone knife and then an edge of iron.
That works for me. That's totally fine as long as it's very pointy.
As long as you understand how it looks.
Yeah. I like that.
when this weapon's done printing, it's gonna
Bob,
damage on a 1.
you're breathing down my
nice.
neck and in my ears. Just saying.
1d8 is quite nice.
That's good.
And it's good, yeah. Higher overall average damage. Chance.
I mean, I had my 1d4 screwdriver. It's
You have the improvised weapon bonus, yeah.
this is a big upgrade. So I mildly intoxicated on apple cider. I guarantee everyone I will do double the damage with this.
Alright, so after 2 months of travel, you guys arrive back at port and looking over the notes that the A-team left you, find your way to investors, and it's basically just a bank teller's screen. You talk to the person and hand over your report, and they slip you a piece of metal and instruct you to place your hand over it, and each of you gets a portion of the 200 credit chits divided amongst you even. This way they can make sure that there's no squabbling about getting paid this for that and that much. The contract was even split, so that's exactly what you...
All right.
Brilliant.
Very nice.
They ask if you want to go on another job.
Can we browse our catalog of active quests? Do we see question marks in our vicinity?
Is the quest board in the log?
What's the job?
They type a few things on their low key, and the bank teller screen flips to job board that slowly scrolls down. First job that's up 5 hours ago. It is a job to clear out an infested space station.
Is it giant space rats?
This is basically our specialty at this point, but
You take a
we
look
want
at
some
the
diversification.
coordinates, and it's the space station you just came from.
So 2 months from here, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The next job down is delivering a message to the front line for the Imperial Guard. The next job down is a job where you're being tasked with it's like diving, but off of the edge of the port that you're on, and it's like bungee jumping at the same time. Going to dive down into the gas layers of the planet with a device. You're going to collect some raw gas, and you're going to come back up. Get
That's
paid
raw
for
gas
every
on
time you do that. Yeah. It sounds like a pretty simple job, and it makes you really wonder why it recommends you bring weaponry.
So repeatable. It's like a daily quest.
Yeah, there's some repeatable quests on here that are like that. There's a job for general repair on one of the Imperial ships. They need a mechanic to deal with an engine issue that they've been having.
We can totally do that.
There's a job that's posted by an investor who wants to know what's going on with their stock in a mining company systems. Let's see, there is an investor that's heard a rumor about a discovered civilization at the edge of the universe, and they want to be the first ones to start selling them things.
Of course.
Of course.
Hi, welcome to the Galactic Federation and everything. Have you tried Grow Plus yet?
Welcome to Capital.
The product in this syringe is called Throb.
Oh boy.
Let's see, what else? There's a job posted by the security force to help them with a drug bust.
We ain't on that. Let's go introduce a new civilization. Benefits of capitalism.
You want
That seems fun.
you want
It's
to
the
go to
edge.
the edge of the observable universe from this point.
It's gonna take a few years.
Well, yeah, if you take the little rascal, this job will basically qualify you to get on a ship called the Scientific Endeavor that will get you there in about a month. The little rascal has warp 1 and side slipping. The Scientific Endeavor has warp 35.
And diagonals.
Can we take the entirety of the little rascal with us on board?
It can dock on the Scientific Endeavor. The Adventure is a different ship. It has guns. The Endeavor is strictly for science. Yeah, you can dock the little rascal with the Endeavor. You just have to pay for the space.
Hmm.
Doing that? Awesome.
Can also figure out a mining company.
This
Seems
also
like a
isn't
low-level quest.
This also isn't the only job board in the area. This is just the one that Alpha, the A team went to.
Points.
I'm drawing a blank. We need a job that gets us in close vicinity with crystals.
That's a good point. Well, mining company. Crystals? Mining?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do want the crystal.
Is there any information on the mining company? What do they mine?
So the mining company is in charge of launching and maintaining probes in an asteroid by system. It's, breaking up and processing the raw material those asteroids are made of. The system has already been evaluated for life and overall value to them, and it's been deemed only basic resources. So it's the perfect little place for an industry to get started or to do things outside of their contract. The investor wants to make sure they're actually mining asteroids and putting all of those profits towards the investor so that they can pay them a fair wage and make sure they're not doing anything with like pirates or smuggling or producing things that they aren't told to produce.
Hmm.
You're basically going to be OSHA.
So the fun part is that they might be smuggling crystals and we can steal all of them, but that's not very probably.
Yeah. You guys could grab yourself some raw crystals if asteroids in the air. Always make one of the cut crystals that you don't know anybody cut crystal.
Nope.
Yeah. My knife can probably do it, guys.
Eventually.
One chip at a time.
probably.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Why the
Yeah.
hell not?
It seems relatively low level. It's close to crystals and it's not too far away.
Party decides to play OSHA for a while. You're
Yes.
given
Yes.
a very large booklet on regulations for mining companies and safety proceedings, and you're informed that you should have that memorized by the time you get there. It's unprofessional to be reading from the guide during an inspection.
Right.
Don't worry, I can read very professionally.
Right? The person behind the desk makes the screen transparent again. A button that indicates for the next person's line. Around, you notice there is a line forming.
Ooh. Oh, they all want to go to clear the space station for big money.
The person immediately behind you has a gun for an arm.
See, that explains things. I need that. On that note, I'm wondering, do we still have the camera and the e-paper notebook thingy? Or was that part of the job?
The equipment that you were given for the job had to be returned before you could get paid.
Shame.
The data on it and any infectious materials has to be scrubbed.
But not from us. Wait.
No, they don't care about you.
Good point.
It's,
Well,
you guys want to get disinfected, you gotta pay for that.
we gained spacesuits. That's, I mean,
It's technically stealing, but if you don't say that you took them,
No, we don't.
Yeah, I'm just wearing mine.
you're just wearing yours. Yeah, they don't know if you bought it or not.
Yeah, no, I've always worn this.
Sexy Flanders costume.
Absolutely.
perfect. Oh yeah, we gain one book with regulations.
Yes.
Yes, mining probe and industry regulations.
I will start to read up.
All right.
Sounds like no. You should, Wrench. You're the bookies type,
I guess,
or
yes.
so you keep telling us.
I use my super advanced books plus 30 knowledge thing to read the book.
Yes.
All right. It is rather dry and formal, but your bonus to knowledge makes it go by a lot faster than a month. And after about 2 weeks, you have the whole thing memorized and able to recite it.
Very good.
Neat. Do I get any advanced stats boosts?
Well, if you're rolling perception to notice safety hazards, you have a whole plus 30 to it now.
Ooh, this can help mid-fight to see pointy things.
You can now get in an argument with someone standing on a 6-foot ladder without a harness.
Very useful.
Ooh.
You need a harness
tell
if you're
Rance
on that.
to-
It's a 6-foot ladder. I don't need a harness if I'm under 6 foot. Yeah, it's a 6-foot ladder. You need a harness. I'm on a 6-foot ladder.
On that note, we did get the safety harness recently, so I tell everybody when you're moving behind floors, rooms, when you're getting in or out of bed, please wear the safety harness.
Safer that way.
Yes.
You look at the safety harness and gasp in despair. It only has one clasp.
Oh no.
You need 2 safety clasps when moving between locations.
This is terrible.
This is horrible.
I'm gonna
Oh, no.
bolt you all to the skylift.
You'll have to scavenge the hook from the skylift to make it OSHA approved.
Also, by the way, Hark, those pointy things on your hammer are totally not done.
Yeah, totally not regulation.
They're medical exemption.
Gonna make a small incision here.
I was drinking, dang it. Wow, nice.
I can't wait for people to start animating this.
Oh boy. Wait, what? Animating this?
I mean,
Here, Perk.
that's up to people if they want to do. I trust people to enjoy a thing enough to listen to it on repeat so they get animation out.
Nice.
I've done a whole one animation, and my god, I don't know how people animate music videos.
It's a lot of work, yeah.
Not just the amount of work, but like hearing the same 5 seconds of a song for like 30 minutes straight while you draw things to sync up with it.
Oof.
Yeah. Nice. All right.
Alright, this is the first time we've come to a pretty natural end to the session without you guys having to be, like, forced to sleep. Maybe you can actually get, like, sleep this time instead of passing the fuck out.
Passing out and waking up again. Yeah.
I mean, because we get so used to it, we could get blackout drunk on the Hark's cider.
Yeah, the same thing, right?
Yeah.
You guys want to give Alpha Team a hangover for their OSHA inspection?
They are,
Sure.
we are here for safety.
We're here for God, that light is too bright. Turn it down. That light is also bright.
What's that noise? Stop with the noise.
That's not a safe noise.
That's not a safe
do it-
level
do
of
it away.
noise. I need earplugs and earmuffs. And
Do you have
noise
a safe
cancel.
mattress anywhere?
And the strong coffee.
Strong on a Bloody Mary.
And hair
I'm
of
gonna
dog.
test if this medical bed is very safe for a few hours.
I
Alright.
suppose I should, if I've got the materials, start another cider brew production on Cold Crash.
Yeah, sure. You use up the last of the apples, and you get another brew going, and you leave instructions for and things to it to make it like good alcohol.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right.
And do it with safety.
Back to the waiting room. It's the end of the session, a whole half hour early.
Ooh,
Gonna stop the recording.